Welcome back to our offshore kayak trolling adventure. In the last video, I hooked this giant skipjack tuna out of a bust up. After landing this fish, I reset the lures and it wasn't long before I was hooked up again. That's a tuna, I think. Has to be. There he goes. That lure's done the damage. Bit different fight. I think it possibly another skipjack. Fight a bit different to an albacore. That's a ooh. Pulled it. Or not. No, still there. That was strange. That was really strange. What's happened? Did he get sharked? There's still a fish on there. Must have just changed direction, come straight up. It felt like it pinged off completely. Just trucking down at the moment. Well, this time we're on the better gear. Stronger gear. Both cameras are fully charged. So let's settle in and enjoy this fight. It's another solid fish. Didn't look that big on the surface when I saw the splashing. But he's got me down at least probably 60 meters of line down. We're on 20 pound this time. My leader's a little bit heavier. Same lure though, I swapped it to the bigger rod. We may be in for another long fight. If you just click that drag up a little bit more, we might be able to tow him. He doesn't seem to like that idea. A lot harder than those little ones earlier in the season. These ones are really giving it to me. This fish has just got to a depth. Oh, and he's going. He goes on my line. Just like, okay, yep, time to go now. Wee wee wee, off he goes. This one's behaved a lot differently to the last one. Last one went for the horizon. This one's just gone straight down. Alright, most of that line he just took then is back on the reel. But it looks like he's going to go. Oh, bit of a kick away. Wasn't happy with that. Certainly not happy with that one. Put a bit of thumb on him to make his job a bit harder. Hello. Try and get rid of the lure, but right. He's happy at his depth. Well, I'm going to try and get you away from that depth. Man, I've never had fish like this that just, you'll be winding it in and then all of a sudden he's got a heap of gas to burn. Bloody stalemate. I'm making ground slowly. When I first hooked him, I did not think I was going to be in for this. Surely he's getting close. might be his run at the boat. Oh, tuna over there. But I can't get this one up. Mate, this fish is giving me it. Surely lead us soon. Circles, there he is. Oh, it's a kingfish. No wonder. Bloody kingfish, what are you doing here? That whole time, thought you were a tuna. With the speed of the run. Oh well, that's another species. Probably a legal fish almost. So he's well and truly done. Don't worry. You done? Jesus, man. You're not going anywhere. After that effort. Hey, just pop it out of this kingfish. There we are, he's out, all clear. I'll lift him up for a little look. Nice king, probably about 80 centimetres. And on the diver, first one I've ever had. Right, buddy, you get going. After releasing that lovely kingfish, I was in hot pursuit of the skipjack tuna again. However, the workups quickly subsided and I lost track of where the fish were. I decided to drop a couple of sanakus while I was waiting for them to reappear. As soon as one went over the side, a fish picked it up straight away. Jesus. Right under the boat. Probably another bloody kingfish. Hey. Well, this thing we're actually moving, thankfully. Didn't think we were going to be able to. I don't think it's a tuna. It's not kicking fast enough. See him? Rat king or a tuna? Be a weird tuna if it was a tuna. Oh. That makes sense. With the other line. Kingfish. Lure's back out, we'll tow that in. Not sure if we're going to stop anywhere on the way home, but yeah, there's plenty of chance on the way to hit something else. So let's do it. Seconds after I said that, some seagulls popped up to my left and I could see tuna boiling out of the water. I got my soft bait rod out and cast a tiny little jig into the middle of them to see if I could tempt one. Right into the white water. What are they feeding on? Try as I might, my little jig just wasn't getting the hookups. There were fish busting up absolutely everywhere, and they were all massive skipjack, 5 kilos plus. I was also running the same lure I'd caught the first one on behind the boat, and that wasn't getting any action either. Literally in them. Go on. This is about as frustrating as it gets. Throwing your lure right through the middle of busting up skipjack and not getting a lure even looked at. The birds were well into the bait as well, and the skipjack just kept smashing into it. Can't believe this. Why am I not getting hit? Look at it. Literally in the middle of them. After a full hour of chasing around the very fast moving skipjack and not even getting a lure touched, I was ready to pack the gear up and head back to shore. Despite the small number of fish I landed, it was a spectacular sight seeing so many large skipjack feeding in an area that I'd never seen them before. Tuna are not something you commonly see while kayaking, especially in these bust-ups, so I was so glad to have been out there just to witness it. With a steady 10 knot northerly, it was a hard slog home from the south of the island. It would take me over an hour and a half to get back to the beach. After tying down my rods, I got everything ready and headed back in through the surf. We ended the day with 2 tuna in the bin. It was pretty hard fishing, but I made it count when I got the hookups. Can't believe I did it. Bloody 6 kilos. I cannot believe it's 6 kilos. That's massive. And there were a lot of them jumping this size today. A lot of them. Just don't quite know what to do. It's so big. Yeah. All of our tuna's in its bags now, waiting to go into the freezer. Fresh bait is by far the best thing. Got some fresh albacore, bit different to the skipjack. We have about 4 kilos of just nuggets. Everything eats this, so pretty happy to have done that, on top of destroying my skipjack PB and finally doing it on the kayak. So that's going to be it for today. I might get out later in the week if the weather holds off, but that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. The effort that's gone into catching the skipjack over probably the last 6 years has been very, very challenging, but finally got it ticked. I wonder what we can tick next.